Well, we've been having a problem. We have millions and millions of followers. We set records in the primaries. We have a group of people that want to see America be great again. And Paul Ryan, you know, open borders and amnesty and lots of other, and bad budgets, by the way, very, very bad budgets. Frankly, the only one that Obama negotiates well with is Paul Ryan. The shackles are some of the establishment people that are weak and ineffective people within the Republican Party, senators and others. And Paul Ryan, led to a certain extent by Paul Ryan, being nasty to the nominee.
Well, you heard it. That was from O'Reilly last night. Trump on Paul Ryan and others. Basically, the shackles are off. That's what he says about himself. He's on the attack. Our next guest says GOP leadership is indeed gutless. That's his words, for abandoning Trump. Congressman Dana Rohrabacher, Republican. We found a Republican in California, and that man is a Republican from California, Dana Rohrabacher. I'm just making a little joke there, Congressman, okay? You're a dying breed out there on the left coast. So you say, you're basically saying the establishment Republicans are gutless, and they should fall in line and back Trump, the nominee. That's what you're saying?
That's it. Well, they fall in line with whom? They should fall in line with the Republican voters who in the primary process selected Donald Trump as our basically as our champion, or as our nominee. And yeah, the Republican leaders should recognize, instead of thumbing their nose at the Republican voters for who they selected, they should get behind the nominee.
The Republican Party seems to be really angry at Representative Ryan and against Senator McCain and some others, because most in the Republican Party say, look, you're giving the Oval Office to Hillary Clinton. That's where you're coming from as well, isn't it?
Well, that's it. There's two things here. Number one, by stepping back from supporting Trump, he is giving the election to someone who will be a disaster for our country. And why? Because Trump used vulgarity, and we knew that this is his language level in certain instances, and it was 11 years ago in a private conversation, versus Hillary, who basically suppressed information about the rapes of her husband, intimidated the victims, and you know, there's no comparison here, yet our leadership is using some vulgar language 11 years ago as an excuse to give it to the Clintons again. That is, I believe that's cowardice on their part. I think Paul Ryan, who I like, he's a good friend, but he panicked. And you don't panic if you're a leader when history's being made.
All right. Now, Congressman, last time you were on the show, we asked you about the Christian genocide bill. That, I believe, is your attempt to get Christians categorized as the victims of genocide so that they come here from the Middle East. Any progress with that bill?
Well, I'm afraid not, and that's one of the reasons people like myself, perhaps when Paul is so panicked that he acts immediately and distances himself from Trump. But we've got other things that we could be working on and we could have brought up that would have been tremendously important for us to identify ourselves where we're at politically, but also doing the right thing morally and saving the Christians from genocide. What instead we have not had, the bill that has been permitted out of committee will not do the job. In fact,
whose call was that? Who kept it in committee? Who stopped it going forward?
Well, you know, Chairman Goodlatte, I've talked to him a number of occasions, and I've talked to Speaker Ryan. Either one of them could have put a real bill on the floor. Instead, the bill that they put on the floor said, oh, we're going to give priority to anybody who's a minority religion who's being attacked by a majority religion. But that means that the Shiites and Sunni areas could come here, and the Shiites and Sunni areas, and the Sunnis and Shiites areas could come here, and then the Christians would be left out, as this administration is doing. 10,000 refugees from Syria, only about 55 of them were Christians. It's a tragedy. They're murdering these people, and we're playing games like that.
Don't give it up, Congressman. We're very interested in this bill. Keep pushing, please. Congressman Dana Rohrabacher, Orange County, California, as I recall. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Still?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks very much, Dana. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.